Probably Beetle, I reckon. She doesn't miss a session unless she's got an extremely valid reason to do so.
Abby, because she always puts her hard work in.
It's probably Abby Flem. I mean, she's always there doing her sprints and rehab, isn't she? So, and usually within session she fucking smashes it.
There's probably a couple in the team, but probably two that stand out for me. Forward, Beetle, and back's probably Laura. They're always giving 100% during training and working hard.
Abby, always doing extra fitness compared to everyone, including myself.
Normally it's Abby Fleming.
One that stands out for me is Beetle. She's literally the muddiest in every training session. She gives it all in training, on the field, everything, and overall she just loves rugby.
100% the Duracell Bunny, Abby Flem, 100%.
Beetle, because I think she's been at probably 99% of training sessions since I started senior rugby all those years ago.
Abby Fleming.
For me, it has to be Fiel, she loves it.
Ned. I think Ned is always at most trainings, always giving 100%, always listening, and I think she trains really hard.
Abby Fleming.
Abby Fleming and Claire, because they're both doing sprints before anyone ever gets there. So.
Kitch.
It's you, Jo Jones. I mean, you can drink a fair bit, but you're crap at it. You're a mess.
Sophie. I think every time I see you on a night out, you are smashed.
Definitely Sophie, because the amount of time she's spilled in the club, she's just definitely the worst drinker.
On Ellen, I always see her in a state.
Worst drinker has got to be Joanne. I don't think there's anything more shameful than not being able to down a pint when you're a captain of a rugby team. Shocking.
Nia, because of WKD Blues, they're still not cool.
Soph, I've dealt with your sick firsthand. I mean, it was all over me. So you're going to take the crown for that one, but I don't think any of us can drink.
I was trying to remember who it was that was really piss poor at doing man of the match down in pints. It was either Joe or Ambly, who literally lets the side down all the time. But I think I'll have to go with my answer being Fionn, who is an absolute fucking liability when she's had a drink.
Gotta be Nia Jones. She just loves the WKD. I've never seen her drink anything different.
Without a doubt, Sophie War. I mean, I'm not great, and most of the team aren't, but Sophie War. I don't know how many times we've cleaned up the mess in the club, but she's a good crack.
The worst drinker would be Joanne Jones, because she always gets off her bloody tits.
Kitch. Oh, Abby and Kitch.
Oh God, yeah.
So rude.
Nice girl who loves to sleep.
Claude, she always moans at the ref, has a little pop, but the person she moans at the most is herself.
With Claudia, because I feel like when her decision goes right or if it goes wrong, Claude, no matter what, has to have a little moan, bless her.
Claude? I don't people moan that much.
Claude's always got something to moan about.
I'd probably say Jade, actually, because I have this memory of her going, oh, do we have to? A lot.
Claude, sorry. I've defended you so many times to the ref. So yeah, I'd probably go Claude.
Based on maybe running out of sweets in training or whatever, I'd probably go with Sophie for that one.
Claude, yeah.
It has to be Claude. Claude, that fucking girl loves a moan. Loves a moan. Keely! Loves a moan.
I think that's me, unfortunately. Any bit of rain, any bit of mud, hate it.
Probably myself. Had one too many tantrums over the past 2 years. It's probably myself.
Cloud.
Sophie War. I don't even have to think about that. She turns up to training morning, leaves training morning, but she always got a smile on her face as well. So
It's got to be Claude, yeah. She forever moans.
Maybe Nia. Sorry. It's just because you speak Welsh all the time. You and Tom have these little Welsh moments. I forget I can speak Welsh at all.
Abby Fleming, all day long. And I think I'd probably just base that on the fact that she is the first one out the pitch, is the last one leaving the pitch.
Probably say Becky Newton. She always backs Tom's corner. No matter what he says or what he does, she always got his back.
You normally say me because I love collecting a cone,
But I'll say Nia.
Probably Abby Flem again for the same reason. Like, she's always on it in a session. And
Jenny with an I.
Nia, because Nia is best friends with Tom, and I feel like they've got this friendship, and she's like coach pet. Just a bit jealous anyway. Nia.
With Becky Newton, because every team talk we have or huddle in training, Becky Newton got to say something, even if she's just repeating what Tom said, because there is sometimes a language barrier between Tom and everyone else.
I think Sophie always likes to try and say the answers that she thinks Tom's wants, you know, to be like Golden Girl, but I'm going to have to say Nia as coach's pet, you know. They work together, proper lick ass going on there.
Nia, because you work with Tom and you got the inside info.
Definitely Nia. I think most people would agree with me there.
Nia.
Probably go with Nia, just because you work with Tom. So if we need to know anything and we can't get hold of Tom, you're the next one.
There's a couple of the team. Sophie was probably up there. I think I'll have to go KP though, wear a shower cap under a scrum hat.
Sophie.
Keris Bartlett for this one, boo-boo. My little boo-boo Keris Bartlett.
Definitely Sophie.
a few people come to mind, but I think the one I'm going to say is Kira, only because of the time where she put a shower cap on to keep her hair nice and clean before going out.
Sophie.
Fionn. Full makeup, curls, everything, all the time. Even when we're neck deep in mud.
Sophie.
Fionn Ellen can't play without her nails, hair, tan, you know, all being done, looking on point, and she takes an amazing action shot rugby photo.
Fionn Ellen is up there. Kira Philpott, she wore a shower cap and a scrum hat against a touring team, so she couldn't get her hair wet. Becky Newton she had her eyelashes done for training. But no, I think everyone's pretty much a princess.
Fionn. Pick Fionn because she's like a little bit of a princess, to be honest. If she could wear a tiara to training, I think she would.
It's got to be Fionn. Fucking hell, surprised the girl doesn't come to rugby training not only in a full face of makeup, hair all done, nails all done. I'm surprised she ain't wearing a fucking dress and heels, to be honest.
Well, I would say me, but I think the biggest princess, probably Kira, because she wore that shower cap that one time.
Has to be Fionn. I mean, I live with her every night before game day. She has to have a little pamper, get her tan ready.
It's got to be Beetle. Fucking hell, that girl's keen. Just so keen and happy in life, and she, I mean, our rugby pitch could be covered in fucking shit, and she would find the cleanest patch and march us all to it with a smile like, come on girls, come on. Girl is keen.
We've got a couple of Kenos as well, haven't we? Neddy. Neddy's a Keno. She loves to ask questions and she rocks up and she's always so enthusiastic and everything else.
Beetle, she's always there, always at training, without a doubt. Mud, rain, anything, she's there.
Beetle lives for it.
Probably Beetle. She's always up for everything, isn't she?
Beetle.
Put Kira for this. She's so on the ball with everything, like team going, love her. She's great.
Kira.
Abby, Flem and Claire. I mean, you wouldn't catch me at training half hour before doing sprints. So yeah, I'd probably go with them. Fair play, they put the effort in.
Abby, Flem. I aspire to be as dedicated as you are. You know, you're always training down Llandaff North, always running, always doing something, always making yourself better, everything I aspire to be, but you make good decisions and I make bad.
Beetle for Keen Bean, she's always up for it. But I'd also say Casey as well, because she just makes such an effort to come to training and the game, so.
Gotta be Flem and Claire Morgan. Every time I turn up to training, even when I turn up early, they still doing shuttle runs up and down the pitch. And
Abby Flem and Claire Morgan, they literally are there half hour before training, running up and down the field, and I'm just sitting in my car watching them.
Beetle.
There's one of two, I reckon. I reckon Becky Newton's a bit of a prankster and Emily Kitch as well, but I'm going to give this one to Kitch. Cracks me up. She's always very mischievous, isn't she?
Becky Newton.
Definitely Joanne Jones.
Tom loves a good joke. Tom, yeah, he loves a good joke.
They're like a dynamic duo would probably be Joanne and Keris. Like they just chaos together, and then when you add Sophie at war into it as well, like it's just, you just can't stop them.
I mean, we've got a couple there. Probably go with, you've got Becky Newton, you've got Kitch. But the one that stands out for me, yeah, is Keris. I mean, if I ever want to pull a prank, she's only around the corner and she's thinking exactly the same.
Keris. Keris is so naughty. She's so cheeky. Always making fun of me.
My partner in crime, Joe Jones, you know, always causing trouble, never change.
Obviously Jude Evans, she loves a laugh.
If you put Joe and Kitch in the mix together, then yeah, they're probably the biggest pranksters.
I'd have to go with like Joe and Keris. The pair of them just can't be trusted when they're around. If you see them whisper in the corner of the room, fuck knows what they're up to. Proper naughty little fucking kids, those two. Wouldn't trust them with my nan, like, don't know what mischievous stuff they're getting up to.
Joanne.
Joanne. Not that she's done a lot of pranks, but if she'd be the one to say, oh, it's fancy dress tonight, and you turn up and it wouldn't be fancy dress.
Without a shadow of doubt, is Becky Newton. I'm pretty sure that, yeah, we can all agree on that one, can't we?
Becky. If Becky doesn't get this one, well, I'll be a bit shocked, to be honest.
Always late, Becky Newton.
Always late, Becky Newton. I bet any money everyone's going to say Becky Newton.
Louise.
Newton. Always texting saying traffic's held her back. She can't make it. She's on the way. She's coming.
Newton.
Becky Newton, you know, don't ever expect you on time back.
Gotta be Louise. Person who lives closest to the club is always in the top 3 for being late.
Definitely Becky Newton. She's always late. She's going to be late for her own funeral, so.
Probably Louise, or Becky. Becky Newton's late sometimes as well, but as a team, most of us are late all the time, so.
Always late, Becky Newton.
Becky Newton. Sorry, Beck, but if everyone don't vote for you for this. But Louise as well, you're up there.
Can't really answer that because I'm always last, so I don't know who turns up just before me. So I'd have to say me for that, but you know, good things come to those who wait.
Amberly, for when she said she couldn't come because the man was coming to fix her fridge.
Amberly. Sorry, Am, but I just don't know how many excuses someone can give. Birthdays, babysitting, fridge is packed in, the freezer's packed in, fridge is on his way. Yeah, sorry, Amp.
Soph? Yeah, give Sophie 2 for the 2 out of 10, I suppose.
Amberly, you're always babysitting.
I think everyone's probably done a corker in their time, haven't they? Late from work, got to babysit, car's broken down, which are usually something else for it's raining, it's cold. So I think everyone has bad excuses.
Jade Leanne.
Lord and Keeley, I reckon I saw you once drive away from training once you'd already seen it was raining and you were just like, oh no, I feel poorly.
Seen some corkers and excuses over the last 2 years, but gotta be Keris Bartlett. She never goes to the Carnarvon away. It's always her father's birthday.
I've picked Amberly because I feel like it's always someone's bloody birthday in her family. You know, it is what it is. Sorry, Amberly.
Jade?
Amberly.
Probably Amberly. I've never seen a girl say she's come to training so much and then I never see her. So
It's got to be Emma Priest, isn't it? It's got to be Emma Priest. Always missing training. No matter what the excuse, we all know it's because she couldn't tear herself away from her fucking missus.
I'm going to go with Amberly for this one.
I'm going to say Ned. Only because she's a big ball carrier.
Paris, because when she's tackled, she always picks up their leg and dumps them. And that's in photo evidence as well.
definitely Molly Beth, like the juggernaut.
Molly Beth.
And Molly, I never want to be in on one of your tackles. No, I'm not doing it. Just so good. It's scary.
Ned.
We've got quite a few hard tacklers on the team as well, haven't we? But we can rule one person out, and that's definitely not you, Joe. So I'll give it to Fionn. Fionn's got a pretty mean tackle on her. Normally results in a black eye or two, but or a broken ankle or something. But she does do a pretty hard tackle. So
Molly, because she makes all the tackles and no one else does. She never misses them, and I wouldn't like to be tackled by her.
The top three tacklers I'd say is probably Sophie Waugh, Keris Ballett and Molly Philpott. And I probably couldn't choose from them because there's no way I'd run into any of their channels, but probably looking at Keris, I'd pick her as the best tackler because there's nothing to her and she'll still stick you over her shoulder and slam her back into the floor.
I wouldn't want to be tackled by Abby or Molly, but I'm going to have to go with Molly because fuck, that girl has put some big hits in.
Molly Philpott. She'd run through a brick wall and I love having her in the centre channels because nothing gets past her.
Molly Beth.
Got Molly in the backs, Keris. I wouldn't like to be tackled by either of those, if I'm honest. I wouldn't like to be tackled by anyone, but those in particular.
We've got a couple of hard tacklers, but I think Keris is probably the hardest tackler because especially after she did her knee and just made that huge tackle and nearly broke the girl in half. So yeah.